Chayei Sara Chassidic Parashat, living the good life in the profound and intricate tapestry of Jewish thought. The Chassidic approach to the teachings of the Torah illuminates the path toward a life rich in purpose, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. The narrative of our matriarch Sarah, as recounted in the sacred text of Bereshit, serves not only as a historical account but also as a timeless lesson in the art of living well. It guides individuals toward the realization of their intrinsic potential to craft a life that transcends mere existence and becomes a meaningful journey, a life that can truly be called life. The poignant verse, "And the days of the life of Sarah were 100 years and 20 years and 7 years." Years of the life of Sarah invites us into a realm of deep contemplation. This deliberate segmentation of years prompts us to ponder the essence of each stage of her life. Rashi, the eminent medieval commentator, elucidates that this division signifies that every year of Sarah's life was equally good, a claim that unlocks the door to profound insights, especially when juxtaposed against the backdrop of her trials and tribulations. The Gemara in Tractate Yevamos offers a critical perspective by questioning why the Imahos Sarah, Rivka, and Rochel suffered from barrenness. The response is enlightening. Their challenges were divinely ordained because Hashem desired the heartfelt prayers of the tzaddikim. Here lies the crux of the matter. Sarah's profound yearning for motherhood and her unwavering commitment to acts of charity and kindness were not merely personal aspirations. They represented her active engagement with divine will and her determination to foster life in the world around her. Through her heartfelt prayers and benevolence, Sarah ultimately merited the blessings of motherhood, transforming her existence into a life of Chayim, a life characterized by vitality and purpose. The Chassidic master R. Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev presents a captivating interpretation of the phrase "the years of the life of Sarah." He posits that Sarah's life was enriched through her prayers and her unyielding acts of kindness, suggesting that the quality of one's experiences far outweighs their quantity. This perspective aligns with the Chassidic principle that true life is not merely measured in years, but rather in the depth of experience and the positive impact one makes on others. Sarah emerges as a model of resilience and strength, demonstrating that even amidst adversity, one can cultivate a life that resonates with the essence of divine goodness. Moreover, the teachings of R. Zuzia of Anipoli further enrich our understanding of this narrative. He suggests that Sarah's perspective was grounded in a profound faith and unwavering optimism. She continually reminded herself with the mantra, "Gam Zuel Tova," also "this is for the good." This statement encapsulates an essential tenet of Chassidic thought, the ability to perceive every challenge and hardship as an opportunity for growth, learning, and blessing. Through this lens, Sarah's trials are not merely impediments, but rather stepping stones on her journey toward fulfillment. Her life teaches us that the path to goodness is often paved with obstacles that serve to refine our character and deepen our connection to the divine. The Chassidic Parashat invites us to engage in self-reflection, challenging us to examine our own lives through the prism of Sarah's story. Are we, like Sarah, capable of transforming our trials into triumphs through faith, prayer, and acts of kindness? The lessons embedded within her narrative transcend the historical context and beckon each individual to embrace the power of perspective. To live a good life is to recognize the inherent goodness in every circumstance, to approach each day with gratitude and an open heart, and to engage in actions that uplift ourselves and those around us. The Chassidic wisdom surrounding Sarah's life also emphasizes the importance of community and the interconnectedness of human experience. Sarah's acts of kindness were not performed in isolation, they were part of a larger tapestry of relationships and interactions. This communal aspect is vital in understanding how our individual journeys contribute to the collective well-being of the world. It is a reminder that in our quest for personal fulfillment, we must also be mindful of our responsibilities to others. By engaging in acts of charity and kindness, we create ripples of goodness that can transform lives, including our own. Furthermore, the concept of Chayim in the Chassidic tradition is not limited to physical existence. It encompasses a spiritual dimension, encouraging us to cultivate our inner lives through prayer, study, and ethical conduct. This holistic approach to life challenges us to seek balance not only in our material pursuits, but also in our spiritual growth. The teachings of Kabbalah and Chassidism urge us to delve deeper into our relationship with the divine, and to recognize that every moment is an opportunity for spiritual elevation. In conclusion, the rich legacy of Sarah resonates profoundly with individuals seeking to weave a tapestry of meaning within their lives. Her story serves as a testament to the transformative power of faith, the importance of perspective, and the value of community. As we navigate our own journeys, let us aspire to emulate her spirit by crafting a life that not only exists but flourishes in the richness of prayer, kindness, and the unwavering belief that every moment is a divine gift waiting to be unwrapped. In doing so, we too shall live the good life, one that is vibrant, meaningful, and eternally connected to the source of all blessings. Let us embrace the wisdom of our matriarch and carry forth the legacy of living well, transforming our lives into a masterpiece of joy, purpose, and connection. Good enough for me. A profound reflection on acceptance and gratitude in adversity. The rich and intricate tapestry of Jewish thought and tradition encompasses a multitude of themes that resonate deeply within the human experience, including faith, resilience, and the profound interconnectedness of our lives. Among the myriad threads that form this vibrant tapestry is the interplay between suffering and gratitude, an enduring motif that has been explored by countless sages, scholars, and practitioners throughout the ages. This essential theme is not just a concept but an integral part of our spiritual and everyday lives, challenging us to confront the complexities of existence with a heart full of faith and a mind open to understanding. The captivating episode involving the illustrious R. Schmelk of Nikolsburg, the wise R. Pinchos of Frankfurt, and the enigmatic R. Zuzia of Annipolis serves to illustrate this intricate relationship with remarkable clarity, providing us with invaluable lessons on how to navigate the stormy waters of life. At the very heart of this profound discourse lies the notion of acceptance, an embrace of life's complexities, acknowledging that both tribulations and triumphs are divine gifts meant to guide us on our spiritual journey. The teachings of our sages encourage us to not only acknowledge the existence of suffering, but to also find meaning within it. The Maggid of Mezerich, a luminary of Hasidic thought and a revered figure within the Jewish tradition, directs the brothers to seek out R. Zuzia, suggesting that this seemingly inconspicuous figure may possess the key to unlocking the deeper spiritual understanding they seek. Their journey to meet R. Zuzia is not merely a physical one, it symbolizes the quest for wisdom, clarity, and a connection to the divine. Upon their arrival at the shoal, they are met not with a paragon of spiritual greatness, but rather with a humble and bedraggled man, clad in rags and bearing the weight of countless hardships etched into the lines of his face. This striking juxtaposition between their lofty expectations and the reality before them serves as a powerful reminder that spiritual greatness often resides in the most unexpected places. It is here in this simple man's presence that the crux of the lesson unfolds. R. Zuzia's response to the brothers encapsulates an essential truth that reverberates through the ages. His declaration that he has never experienced a bad day in his life is laden with profound significance. This statement, seemingly simple at first glance, carries within it a wealth of insight. For Zuzia, the trials and tribulations that define the human experience are rendered inconsequential in the face of an unwavering sense of gratitude and acceptance. He embodies the ideal that one can transcend the surface-level understanding of suffering by choosing instead to engage with life through the lens of joy and appreciation. This perspective, deeply rooted in the wisdom of Kabbalah and Jewish law, invites us to reconsider our relationship with adversity and the lessons it imparts. In essence, R. Zuzia encourages us to reframe our understanding of suffering. Rather than viewing it as an insurmountable obstacle, we can perceive it as an opportunity for growth, a chance to deepen our connection to ourselves, to others, and to the divine. This shift in perspective can be transformative, allowing us to approach life's challenges with a sense of grace and openness. In a world often characterized by the relentless pursuit of perfection and the desire for control, our Zuza's utterance becomes a gentle yet powerful reminder of the beauty inherent in imperfection. The essence of being good enough is not a resignation to mediocrity. Rather, it is a celebration of authenticity and the acceptance of our shared humanity. In acknowledging that life is replete with challenges, we open ourselves to the possibility of growth and transformation. We learn to navigate the complexities of our existence with grace and resilience, allowing the lessons of hardship to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The practice of blessing Hashem for the bad transcends mere obligation. It evolves into a powerful exercise in resilience, a conscious choice to find meaning amidst chaos and uncertainty. By actively engaging in this practice, we cultivate a mindset that acknowledges the duality of life where joy and sorrow coexist. This duality enriches our experience, allowing us to develop a more nuanced understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. As we navigate our own lives, we may encounter moments that test our resolve and challenge our faith in profound ways. These trials may take many forms, from personal loss and disappointments to societal injustices and collective suffering. In these instances, the teachings of Ar Zuzia beckon us to cultivate a mindset of gratitude, recognizing that even in the depths of suffering, there lies a divine purpose waiting to be uncovered. Each trial can serve as an opportunity for introspection, a catalyst for deeper understanding, and a pathway to connect with the divine. This notion of interconnectedness is particularly significant within the Jewish tradition, where the communal aspect of life is emphasized. We are reminded that we do not traverse the path of life in isolation. Rather, we walk alongside others who share in our joys and sorrows. In this way, we become not only recipients of divine grace, but also conduits of it, offering support, compassion, and understanding to those around us. The beauty of the Jewish tradition lies in its emphasis on community and collective experience. We are never alone in our struggles, and through shared experiences we can uplift one another. Ar Zuzia's humble existence, seemingly devoid of worldly success, exemplifies the richness that can emerge from a life lived in gratitude. His wisdom, though expressed through a simple declaration, invites us to delve deeper into the essence of our spiritual journey. As we grapple with the duality of existence, joy and sorrow, triumph and tribulation, we are reminded that every experience contributes to the mosaic of our lives, with each moment serving as a brushstroke on the canvas of our souls. This holistic perspective encourages us to reframe our understanding of adversity, viewing it not as an obstacle but as an integral part of our growth, a stepping stone toward greater wisdom, understanding, and connection with the divine. In the grand scheme of existence, the concept of good enough transcends mere acceptance. It evolves into a profound acknowledgement of our limitations, the inherent uncertainty of life, and the intricacies of the human condition. It fosters a sense of community and connection with others who share the same struggles and tribulations, reminding us that we are all part of a larger narrative. In this way, Ar Zuzia's teachings resonate profoundly within the context of modern life, where the challenges of daily existence can often feel overwhelming. The relentless pace of contemporary society, coupled with the myriad responsibilities we shoulder, can lead to a pervasive sense of disillusionment and despair. However, in embracing the ethos of good enough, we are afforded the grace to acknowledge our limitations and the realities of our lives without succumbing to the pressure of unattainable ideals. This shift allows us to approach our struggles with compassion, both for ourselves and for others, fostering a sense of kinship in our shared human experience. Ultimately, the challenge of blessing Hashem for the bad, as illuminated by Ar Zuzia, beckons us to a deeper spiritual awakening. It is not merely about finding the strength to voice gratitude in the face of adversity. Happy is the one who knows his place, a profound reflection on humility and ethical responsibility in Jewish tradition, in the intricate and deeply woven tapestry of Jewish thought and tradition. The connection between the individual and the sages of our heritage stands as a pillar of great significance. This relationship is not merely a transactional exchange of wisdom. Rather, it embodies a dynamic and symbiotic connection that has developed and evolved through centuries of Jewish history. The ordinary individual, often perceived as a passive recipient of wisdom, finds not only solace but also profound guidance in the rich teachings of the sages. Conversely, the sages themselves draw their strength, authority, and relevance from the lived experiences and spiritual journeys of the very community they serve. This intricate interplay is not only essential for the continuity of Jewish life, but also serves as a foundational bedrock for ethical conduct, personal growth, and spiritual development. One of the central themes encapsulated within this relationship is the profound concept of knowing one's place, a theme that resonates deeply and broadly across the vast landscape of Jewish texts, narratives, and teachings. The Torah, the cornerstone of Jewish heritage and wisdom, serves as a rich repository for exploring these themes of humility and ethical responsibility. Among the myriad of narratives contained within its sacred pages, one particularly illuminating story is that of Avraham Avinu and his devoted servant Eliezer. The account, chronicled in Bereshit 24:10-27, detail Eliezer's monumental task of embarking on a journey to find a wife for Yitzchak, Avraham's son. This passage is significant in many ways, and at first glance it may appear to be a straightforward narrative detail. However, a closer examination, particularly through the lens of Rashi's insightful commentary, reveals profound insights into the character of Avraham Avinu and the ethical standards he upheld in his household and beyond. Rashi, the revered medieval commentator, draws our attention to a particularly intriguing detail. Avraham's camels were muzzled to prevent them from grazing in fields that did not belong to them. This act, seemingly minor at first, reflects a deep ethical consideration and a profound respect for the property of others. It serves as a testament to Avraham's commitment to a higher standard of conduct, one that he expected from every member of his household, including both human and animal members alike. The act of muzzling the camels symbolizes a fundamental principle in Jewish ethics, the importance of respecting the rights and possessions of others. Avraham understood that his actions and those of his household were a reflection of his values and legacy. Thus, the narrative highlights not only Avraham's ethical responsibility, but also serves as an allegorical reminder that our actions hold significance and that we must tread carefully in our interactions with others, recognizing the impact we have on the world around us. As we delve deeper into this narrative, the theme of ethical behavior is further explored through an engaging midrash, which adds layers of complexity and insight to our understanding of Avraham's character. In this account, Ar Yermaya poses a thought-provoking question. Weren't the camels of Avraham Avinu as good as the donkey of Ar Pinchos ben Yair? The donkey, a creature renowned for its piety, abstained from eating forbidden food, demonstrating a level of moral restraint that invites us to ponder the ethical standards upheld in Avraham's household. This comparison opens up a fascinating dialogue surrounding the nature of piety and ethical behavior across generations, compelling us to reflect on how these principles manifest in our own lives and how we can apply them in our daily interactions. The character of Ar Pinchos ben Yair's donkey provides a compelling contrast to that of Avraham's camels. The donkey's unwavering dedication to its master's ethical standards is exemplified in a remarkable story of its profound restraint. When captured by a band of bandits, the donkey abstained from eating anything for 3 days, refusing to consume food out of fear that it might inadvertently eat something forbidden. The steadfast commitment to ethical behavior raises a compelling question. If Ar Pinchos' donkey exemplified such remarkable restraint and piety, what does this imply about the ethical and moral stature of Avraham's camels? This stark contrast challenges us to consider the standards we set for ourselves and how they align with our ethical and spiritual aspirations. Our Yermiah's inquiry serves as a catalyst for a deeper examination of spiritual stature and ethical commitment in our lives. As our Abba Bar Yemina lamented, if the Avos and Imahos are likened to angels, then how do we, their descendants, measure up? His reflections evoke a sense of humility, urging us to recognize the weight of our actions and the legacy we uphold. The comparison suggests that if the patriarchs are viewed as embodiments of divine moral excellence, then our own shortcomings may render us closer to beasts than to angels. This sobering realization serves as a reminder that the pursuit of piety and ethical living is not merely an aspiration but a lifelong journey requiring constant vigilance, self-reflection, and a commitment to personal growth. At the heart of this narrative lies the understanding that knowing one's place is not a call to complacency. Rather, it is an invitation to elevate oneself through humility, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to ethical living. Abraham's decision to muzzle his camels was not simply an act of compliance with the law. It was a profound statement about the responsibility bestowed upon him as a patriarch and leader. He recognized that every member of his household, human and animal alike, was an extension of his ethical and spiritual self. This understanding transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, compelling us to aspire to a higher ethical standard in our own lives and interactions. Moreover, the juxtaposition of Avram's actions and those of Ar Pinchos's donkey emphasizes that true piety extends beyond mere adherence to halacha. It is about cultivating a moral compass that guides our daily interactions and decisions. The donkey's steadfast refusal to consume food without ensuring it was permissible illustrates a level of conscientiousness that challenges us to reflect on our own actions. It beckons us to ask ourselves whether we are living with the same level of awareness and integrity in our lives. Are we taking the time to consider the ethical implications of our choices? Are we striving to be better not just for ourselves, but for the community and the world at large? The implications of these narratives extend well beyond the historical context of our forefathers. They invite contemporary practitioners and scholars to reflect on their own ethical standards and the ways in which they embody the values of our tradition. In a world rife with ethical dilemmas and moral complexities, the lessons gleaned from Avraham and Ar Pinchos Ben Yair serve as guiding lights, illuminating the path toward a life of integrity, compassion, and responsibility. The stories compel us to recognize that our actions, both great and small, contribute to the tapestry of our communal lives and shape the values we pass on to future generations. No room for the two of us. A reflection on the Baba Sali's stance against contempt in the vibrant and multifaceted realm of Jewish history. Few figures shine as brightly as Ra Yisrael Abu Cheira, affectionately known to many as the Baba Sali. His life journey, which saw him transition from the sun-soaked sands of Morocco to the sacred soil of Eretz Yisrael, is not just a tale of geographical movement, but a profound spiritual odyssey. It is one that encapsulates the struggles, aspirations, and transformations inherent to the Jewish experience. Upon arriving in the bustling port of Acre, a city rich with historical and spiritual significance, the Baba Sali was met with an overwhelming wave of warmth and reverence. His reputation as a scholar, mystic, and miracle worker had preceded him, and the anticipation surrounding his arrival signaled the dawn of a new chapter not only for him, but also for the countless souls who sought his wisdom, blessings, and guidance. The early days of the Baba Sali's sojourn in the land of the prophets were marked by a whirlwind of activity. The streets of Acre became a vibrant tapestry of hope and yearning as ordinary people flocked to him, their hearts brimming with requests for blessings, healing, and spiritual insight. Meanwhile, Torah scholars, filled with a sense of awe and reverence, journeyed from distant corners of the land to bask in the luminescence of his spirituality. The Baba Sali's presence became a magnetic force, drawing individuals from diverse backgrounds, each carrying their unique burdens and aspirations for divine connection and spiritual enlightenment. Amidst this gathering of souls, a pivotal moment unfolded, one that would resonate far beyond the confines of that day. In a serene corner of Acre, the Baba Sali found himself engaged in a dialogue with one of the city's most prominent rabbis, a figure of considerable stature and influence within the community. As their conversation meandered through the corridors of Jewish thought and tradition, it inevitably turned toward the revered Baal Shem Tov, the venerated founder of the Chassidic movement. What should have been an opportunity for mutual respect and shared reverence quickly morphed into an alarming display of contempt and derision. The rabbi, with fervor and disdain, launched into a well-rehearsed diatribe aimed at diminishing the legacy of the Baal Shem Tov, a man whose teachings had not merely inspired individuals, but had breathed new life into the Jewish spiritual landscape. The Baal Shem Tov's philosophy, deeply rooted in love, compassion, and the profound connection between humanity and the divine, catalyzed a movement that emphasized the importance of recognizing the divine spark within every individual. As the rabbi's words echoed through the air, a painful realization dawned. A breach was forming not just between the two men, but within the very fabric of their community. What should have been a moment of connection instead revealed a fracture, a discord threatening to unravel the essence of Jewish unity and mutual respect. In response to this disheartening display of derision, the Baba Sali rose from his seat, his demeanor reflecting a profound blend of sorrow and resolve. He excused himself from the conversation, a gesture that was far from trivial. This act of withdrawal signified not merely a personal affront, but an embodiment of a vital principle, one that reverberates through the ages and serves as a cornerstone of Jewish ethics. There can be no sanctity in a space where contempt reigns. His decision to stand up and leave was not merely about physical relocation. It was a spiritual declaration, a delineation of boundaries that could not be crossed in the name of respect for our sages and teachers. I cannot dwell together in the same city with rabbis who show contempt for our sages and teachers, he declared emphatically. This statement transcended the immediate context, echoing a sentiment that resonates deeply within the Jewish consciousness. In this singular moment, the Baba Sali illuminated a fundamental truth of our tradition, the imperative of honoring our teachers and sages, individuals who dedicate their lives to the pursuit of Torah and the dissemination of its wisdom. The contempt displayed by the rabbi was not merely a personal failing. It was a communal failing, one that threatened to unravel the values of respect and reverence that bind the Jewish people together in their shared journey of faith. The departure of the Baba Sali from that city serves as a powerful reminder to all who traverse the path of Torah study and spiritual exploration. It beckons us to reflect on our own words and actions to ensure they align with the values we espouse. Are we fostering an atmosphere of respect and understanding, or are we perhaps inadvertently sowing seeds of discord and division? The challenge extends beyond mere tolerance. It urges us to aspire towards a higher standard of discourse, one that honors the legacy of those who have walked the path before us. It invites us to ponder the nature of our interactions and the consequences they bear on our communal fabric. This episode compels us to consider the broader implications of our communal interactions within the Jewish world. In an era where divisions often manifest in harsh judgments and disdainful rhetoric, the Baba Sali's stance becomes even more pertinent. He challenges us to examine our own hearts and minds, urging us to cultivate respect, compassion, and humility in our engagements with one another. The teachings of Kabbalah and Jewish law invite us to delve deeper into the essence of our interactions, urging us to embody the qualities of compassion and humility. The Baba Sali, through his actions, exemplifies the ideal of a tzaddik, a righteous person who not only embodies holiness but actively seeks to uplift the collective spirit of the community. His departure from the city serves as a clarion call for all who seek to navigate the complexities of communal life. In a world where the cacophony of dissent often drowns out the voices of respect and harmony, his message resonates with profound clarity. There is no room for the two of us when one party chooses the path of contempt over compassion. As we navigate our own communal landscapes, let us carry forth the wisdom of the Baba Sali, striving to create spaces where respect, reverence, and love for one another reign supreme. In doing so, we not only honor our teachers and sages, but also contribute to the holistic healing of our communities, ensuring that the light of Torah continues to illuminate our paths for generations to come. Through the embrace of unity and respect, may we find the strength to rise above discord, cultivating a legacy worthy of the teachings we hold dear. Thus, the story of the Baba Sali is not merely a historical account, but rather a vital lesson for our contemporary lives, a poignant reminder that in the pursuit of holiness and truth, contempt has no place. Let us heed his call, fostering an environment where the teachings of our sages inspire us to build bridges of understanding and paths of peace. In this sacred endeavor, we shall find the true essence of our shared heritage, enriching our lives and the lives of those who follow in our footsteps. Derek Eretz Kodma LaTorah, the intertwining of ethics and divine wisdom in Jewish tradition. In the rich and intricate tapestry of Jewish wisdom, the phrase Derek Eretz Kodma LaTorah, which translates to the way of the land precedes the Torah, encapsulates a fundamental principle deeply rooted in our tradition. This concept posits that ethical conduct, moral behavior, and social responsibility serve as the essential foundation upon which the study of sacred texts rests. It highlights the notion that before one can engage meaningfully in the study of spiritual teachings, it is imperative to first cultivate a profound sense of morality and ethical awareness in everyday life. This critical insight finds its expression in this week's Parsha, which narrates the life stories of the Avos and Imahos. These narratives are not merely historical accounts, but are rich with lessons that transcend time, providing us with essential guidance for our daily lives. As we delve into the narrative of Abraham sending his devoted servant Eliezer to seek a wife for his son Yitzchak, we discover that this story is laden with practical wisdom and timeless ethical instruction. In Bereshis 24:100 hours 10, we encounter Abraham taking precautionary measures against theft by muzzling his camels. At first glance, this seemingly mundane act carries profound implications, not only for the narrative but also for our understanding of ethical behavior. Abraham, a paragon of righteousness, understood that integrity and foresight were critical characteristics not only in spiritual matters but also in the mundane aspects of life. By taking measures to protect his property, he exemplified a commitment to honesty, accountability, and ethical responsibility. Such vigilance against even the smallest acts of dishonesty remains relevant in our contemporary society, where integrity can often be compromised. Abraham's actions serve as a powerful reminder that ethical standards should guide our behavior in all facets of life. Trust, respect, and responsibility in our relationships are paramount, and we should strive to emulate Abraham's unwavering dedication to maintaining these values. Moreover, the interaction between Eliezer and Rivka provides us with further insights into the importance of gratitude and clear communication in our lives. When Rivka's family consents to the match, they express their gratitude through a profound gesture of humility, prostrating themselves, as recorded in Bereshis 24:100 hours 52. Rashi elucidates that this behavior teaches us the paramount importance of expressing gratitude to Hashem upon receiving good tidings. In our fast-paced lives filled with distractions, we often overlook the significance of gratitude. However, taking a moment to recognize and appreciate the blessings we receive fosters a spirit of humility and deepens our connection to the divine. Gratitude enriches our relationships, encouraging us to acknowledge the roles others play in our lives and express appreciation for their contributions. This practice not only enhances our own well-being, but also serves as a catalyst for creating positive interactions within our communities. The dialogue between Eliezer and Rivka also serves a poignant illustration of the virtues of clarity and directness in communication. In Bereshis 24:100 hours 24, Eliezer, upon first meeting Rivka, poses 3 questions to her simultaneously. Rashi's commentary highlights Rivka's remarkable ability to respond in an orderly manner, following the sequence of Eliezer's inquiries. This episode teaches us that answering questions clearly and in a straightforward manner is crucial for effective communication. In an age where conversations can easily become convoluted and filled with misunderstandings, the lesson of prioritizing clarity in our discussions is invaluable. By addressing matters directly and succinctly, we foster understanding and efficiency in our interactions, cultivating a culture of respect and trust. It is essential for us to engage in conversations with mindfulness, ensuring that our words convey our intentions accurately and that we actively listen to one another. Furthermore, the moment when Rivka decisively declares her willingness to accompany Eliezer back to Eretz Yisrael, with her emphatic statement, Ilek, serves as a powerful testament to the strength of commitment and resolve. Her one-word response encapsulates a profound sense of determination and clarity of purpose. It serves as a reminder that when faced with opportunities or challenges, it is our determination and willingness to act that ultimately shapes our journey. The simplicity and strength of her declaration inspire us to embrace decisiveness in our own lives, aligning our actions with our values and aspirations. In a world often fraught with indecision and uncertainty, the ability to make clear, resolute choices is a valuable trait that can lead us toward the fulfillment of our goals. It is essential to recognize that our commitment to our choices not only impacts our own lives, but can also influence those around us, setting an example of proactive engagement and responsibility. As we reflect upon these narratives, we discern that the teachings of our ancestors are not mere historical accounts, but rather living principles that continue to guide us in our daily conduct. The integration of Derek Eretz with the study of Torah emphasizes that ethical behavior and spiritual growth are not merely parallel paths, they are intrinsically linked. The moral lessons derived from our sacred texts encourage us to cultivate lives infused with integrity, gratitude, clarity, and decisiveness. These qualities not only enhance our spiritual journey, but also enrich our interactions with others, reflecting the profound interconnectedness of human experience. Indeed, the synthesis of ethical conduct and spiritual learning creates a harmonious balance that fosters personal growth and communal well-being. Moreover, the principle of Derek Eretz Kodma LaTorah invites us to explore the broader implications of ethical living in our communities. It urges us to engage in acts of kindness, compassion, and social responsibility. In a world that often seems divided and fraught with conflict, the call to embody Derek Eretz is more pressing than ever. By fostering a culture of respect, empathy, and understanding, we contribute to the betterment of society and the elevation of collective consciousness. The teachings of the Avos and Imahos inspire us to be active participants in our communities, promoting values that uplift and unite rather than divide. Our ethical choices resonate beyond our personal lives, influencing the lives of those around us and shaping the moral fabric of society. In conclusion, the wisdom encapsulated in Derek Eretz Kodma LaTorah serves as a guiding beacon for our lives, imploring us to recognize that ethical behavior is the foundation upon which our spiritual journey is built. As we strive to embody the lessons imparted by the Avos and Imahos, we can aspire to lead lives that reflect the values of our tradition, enriching our connection to Hashem and to one another. Let us take these timeless lessons to heart, weaving them into the fabric of our daily existence and creating a harmonious balance between our ethical obligations and our spiritual aspirations. In doing so, we honor the legacy of our ancestors and contribute to a world imbued with righteousness and divine wisdom. A guten Shabbos. In this way, may we continue to grow in our understanding of the interplay between our ethical choices and spiritual pursuits, ultimately leading us to a more fulfilling and meaningful life in accordance with our cherished values.